Hello, chat. Welcome back to a stream after a really long time. Uh, I think the last one was the Olympiad preview, and here we are after the Olympiad. It's so good to be back here. Thank you so much, Govind. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, DJ, DG, Bayanak. Thank you so much. And what's up, guys? Thank you, Zoro. Thank you, so many people. Thank you so much. It feels really great coming back here. It makes the Olympiad gold so worth it, and it makes it feel like it matters a lot, which it probably always did, but it gives so much more. It gives so much more. I don't know if validation is the right word, but yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Pranshav, Arush, and everyone else. So there's a question by Kapil Chaudhary. We need to know what about that board order on chess results, which was I had made this board order on 9 September. The board order submission deadline was 10 September. And the thing is, the link which they gave me, the board order that I was supposed to input was instantly updated, which I did not like because I mean, why should it be instantly updated? Like, if I want to give a board order, it should be held by the arbiters, and then all the board orders of all the teams should come at once, ideally speaking. But here, it was instantly updated, and I knew that they couldn't change this because the chess results tech which they were using was still at its infancy phase. So, as a kind of as an act of rebelling and also to just have fun with people, I made this different board order on ninth. I still have the message that I sent to the boys on, I think, 9th, telling them not to panic, that we are, just playing around with the board order a bit. We wanted to make the change in such a way that it was also believable for our opposition teams as well as the people. And we also wanted to, you know, so for this reason, we couldn't give the board order just by rating because then it would look like I just didn't make any changes at all. I went with the default one. So we made this little change. We had a little fun. And then on 10th, I wanted to keep this charade for as long as I could. But on 10th, I had to leave for the opening ceremony. So I didn't have a local SIM at that time and I was going outside the internet zone. So just to keep things safe, I changed it to the board order that we were actually intending to use. Who believed Arjuna's board 4? A lot of people believed. There are some people who even now ask me in interviews that you had Arjuna on board 4. What was the strategy behind this? So a lot of people did believe that. I immediately got text messages and calls from journalists asking me if this is the board order that India was going to use. I said, hold your horses, don't publish it anywhere yet. It may be the board order, but it may also not be. The final board order will only be revealed on 10th night, which is effectively 11th morning for people in India. Satyam Jay is asking, are you going to London? Yes, I'm going to London tomorrow for the GCL. So almost as soon as the Olympiad is over, we immediately have another tournament coming up. Meanwhile, chat, do hit that like buttons so that more people know that we have a stream going on right now. Although I have posted it on all my different socials, it's still been a really short time. This was a stream on short notice, so do hit that like button. The board order was basically pure trolling. Yeah, kind of. It was pure trolling, but also I kind of hope that it would be a decoy and it might distract a few other teams. Although I don't realistically think any other team changed their board order based on our board order, but nevertheless, it may have happened. Like I noticed that China had Wei and Ding on 1 and 2. After we changed our board order on the ninth, they swapped. But I'm not really sure if they made this change due to our board order or if it was already planned until ninth they had simply not changed their board order. I think this is more likely that teams simply had their default board order till ninth and decided to change it in the final few days. This is more likely. Thank you, Zeke. Should have said hold your knights. Yeah, I think hold your horses is still better. Gukesh is not playing GCL, yes. Indeed, Gukesh is not playing the GCL. And the World Championship is in Singapore, Murtaza, not in Dubai. Azerbaijan also did, and we all know how it turned out. Well, Azerbaijan has had this idea of putting Mamedero on one of the lower boards and giving him more wipes. It's not a new strategy by them in 2024. They have been doing it since 2016 or so. But the thing is, Mamadero was a bit younger and more in shape during those times. So he used to make those whites count a lot more back in the times when they used this strategy. In recent times, Mamadero has not been striking as forcefully. He used to win like how Arjun won in 2023. But recently, this has not been happening for them, which is one of the reasons why they've been struggling a little more to get amongst those medals. Celebration Valorant stream, I don't think so. Not today. I don't have a mouse which is good for gaming. This is a old mouse that I very rarely use actually. So I use this mouse when I travel. So I keep this mouse at home and I use another better mouse. Since it's been a very short period, I haven't really unpacked so much. I'm going to London tomorrow, so I'll be using the regular mouse there. I haven't even unpacked it yet. Thank you so much for the super chat, Zeet. Congrats, Sri Super Coach OP. Thank you so much. Good to see you all. I have known a lot of you since 2020, and it feels so good to have you all back here. It's almost like we are one family and we are celebrating this together. When is the We Are the Champions reel or video coming out? It's probably coming out as an Insta story because Vidit doesn't find it good enough for his Insta. So let's see. I'm not hopeful. Hey, Prachura. Surely in London, man. Surely in London. If our team wins against you, yes. Kansha was asking if I'll go to Singapore. I'm still thinking about it. It's I'm in two minds because there's been a lot of travel happening in recent times and also the upcoming London travel. So I'm still thinking about it. But let's see. I'm certainly not playing the tournament in Singapore, the Open tournament, but maybe I'll just visit for a few days just to watch the match and be there hopefully for a celebration. Prachura has also super chatted. Thanks for the super chat, Prachura. But we'll still meet as opponents in a few days from now. Guitar Covers is asking, can you speak about the process of getting selected as coach of this one? I think there's no process as such. Uh, I I had my first opportunity in 2019 as the coach of the Indian team. Before that, in 2018, I was the coach of the under 16 Olympiad team, which is when Arjun, Divya, I met these people for the first time. Sankalp also, Kaustav Chatterjee, and Inian. These were the five people. We won silver at that time behind this Uzbek team, which was pretty much the national team back then. I mean, the under 16 team in 2018 is the national team right now with Abdusaturo, Yakubayev, Sindaro, and Shamsidin. All of these players were there. Uh, so I got my first opportunity there, and then as assistant coach for the 2018 Olympiad, I and Sham Sundar were assisting Grandmaster R.B. Ramesh, who was the then captain of the Indian team for almost 10 years. But R.B. Ramesh sir decided not to continue on. So in 2019, it was very short notice. And in World Teams, I got my first opportunity. The team did pretty well. We finished fourth place just by a whisker. We are so close to winning medal only for the second time in our history in the World Team Championships. Now, World Teams is a tournament where 10 top teams play. Unlike the Olympiad, where 200 teams almost gather, in World Teams, the European champions, the Asian champions, the Olympiad top three, all these teams gather, the African champions, the American champions, etc. So that was my first opportunity. Then the 2020 online Olympiad happened, where I got another opportunity. Then 2021, and from then on, I have stayed on. Rahul Gaikwad said it seems like Uzbekistan has always been one of the competitors of India in team events. Certainly so, especially this current crop who are there in since the under 16 Olympiad. Please tell us something about how did you all celebrate immediately after the win? So we were actually playing the We Were the Champions on loop for a pretty long time. It was a lot of fun, especially Arjun's rendition of the We Are the Champions. It's something that I would give up a lot for. Now, if you all ever meet Arjun somewhere, like if you have a large gathering, you need to ask him to play it. You need to ask him to perform it for you because his rendition has been the best ever, and he's actually become my favorite singer. His effort is so sincere, and it's such a joy to hear him sing. Thank you so much, Harshit, for Kapil says Arjun seems to be on a post Olympiad look. Kapil, it's just one game. He just played one game and he over pushed and lost. It's not even like he was outplayed and lost or something. But yeah, certainly people are very tired. Arjun was very tired. He came back to India. He met the Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Chief Minister, flew back immediately to Germany and played a morning round in the Bundesliga. So it's certainly very tiring for him. And but still he overpushed and lost today. It's not like it's a bit, I think, premature to call it a low. It's just one game. Anish is asking, how do you handle the pressure of coaching such high rated players? I think the fact that they were playing so well, it takes a lot of pressure off immediately. Oh yeah, Kapil points out that there was a CCT too, but again, CCT he was playing almost without sleep. So I wouldn't really read much into it. After he's had sleep for a few nights, I think we'll see Arjun back at his full energy. Team meeting video from the Olympiad. I think that's the We Are the Champions celebration. That's on process, but we are still trying to make it in a way that it can be presented in a presentable way. Now, this is something we don't talk a lot about. Even in the felicitation in Delhi, people were, the women's team was praising the men's team. But I have to give a massive shout out to women's team for comprehensively beating us in the Reels game. We were no match to them, and their post tournament reel was at a different level. So we have to go down and give it to them. That is something certainly to improve for us in the 2026 Olympiad if we do win. We need to certainly improve our reels game, and by that time, I hope Prag and Gukesh are also stronger in this. Ganesh Gupta is like, I have just finished your 6 hour Among Us stream with Suhanidhi. I want to learn chess. Will you teach me? So right now, there's absolutely no time, Ganesh, but there are these older learning chess streams. So that's something you can maybe watch for now. Can you speak about dropping Sindro or Ronak, considering Sindro already had experience and mixed well with the team as Tanmay? Well, this was completely auction dynamics. We didn't even have time to um, we didn't we didn't have the option of retaining Sindaro in the juniors, and in the auctions there's simply no option to go for Sindaro. So, but in any case, I'm pretty happy with Ronak, having Ronak in our team because so far in all the tournaments that Ronak and I have played together as a team, that is him playing and me captaining, we have always won a medal. And I think it has happened about 3 times. Once it happened in this chess league in 2020, in which we lost in the final to Chess Gurukul. We won the silver. This was with me playing. Then in the recent World Blitz teams in Astana, we won silver. The previous year in the same tournament in World Rapids, we won bronze. So it's been 3 out of 3 so far, and Raunak is someone I have very good relations with. I feel he's quite underrated, and He's so I'm pretty happy to have him in my team rather than playing for the opposition. Satvik says Raunak played well today. Indeed, he's played well, and he reaches a live rating of 2664. Shit is asking celebration stream when, like the online Olympiad. I think the celebrations have also moved to offline now. Unfortunately, people have been so incredibly busy. Actually, that's the problem. If we, spend a little bit of time together, a little more time together, if we had time in Budapest, we would certainly have done the celebration stream, but we hardly got like an hour with each other. And I also had a pretty early flight along with Prag and Vaishali. So unfortunately, we couldn't do it. Haritra says Bookie's on his way with today's dance reel. Now we also need a bookie into with it dance. That might be a bit difficult, but I'll give you a feedback for a dance reel of with it during the GCL in London. With it plays for the Mumbai Masters, which I'll be captaining in GCL. Actually, let's have a look at the team team list for the GCL, which is also the purpose of today's stream. It's a little bit of a preview for the GCL. We are back to having ads. I didn't have time to get a ad blocker in the time I was away during the Olympiad, but yeah, we are we have the GCL lineups here, and out here, the Mumbai Masters is the team that I'll be captaining. We have MVL. Now it has Grischuk here, but Grischuk is unlikely to make it due to visa issues. So in this case, we are still looking for a replacement. We still don't have our full team lineup. It's only 2 more days to go for the tournament, or 3 more days, but we still don't have a full lineup. That's one of the features of GCL this time. There is a lot of new challenges as captain here, and one of them is getting a full lineup of 6 players ready. But we do have Vidit, Humpy, Harika, and Ronak. So I think this is one of the most Indian teams in GCL chat, and I'm kind of looking forward and counting on your support for us in this GCL. Do we have it? Thank you so much for the super chat, Rohit Kumar Jha. GCL will be as big as IPL one day. I think that's still a little bit hopeful, but uh, we hope that do a mm, we do a fantastic job with regard to broadcast and marketing this year. Whenever India does something big, the world remains in its awe. I hope many younger talents can get opportunity in GCL too. Number of players has to be increased, but yeah, it's going to be step by step. It's going to be step by step, but I do hope that it also becomes big. Kapil Chaudhary says draft in Arvind for Grischuk. Unfortunately, that's not possible because um, right now Arvind was in Azerbaijan, so there's no way he can get a visa for UK either. Maharshi says, "How do you choose which team to support? Our favorites are all split up. Who's your favorite, Maharshi?" Kapil is asking, "What do you think about no increment in GCL?" That's going to make a lot of things random because I mean, although we will practice for the new time control, we hardly have a few days to do that, and you have to undo years of conditioning in a few days, which is not going to be easy. So a lot of things are going to fly, including the chess pieces. So yeah. Otherwise, we have these uh, Indian grandmasters. Then comes the American Gambits team, which is Anshika's favorite team. So already I can't count on her support. It has Hikaru, who surprisingly has less rating than Duda in I think over the board rapid. I'm not sure how this happened, but Hikaru is definitely one of the players who would tower over a lot of other players. Jan Shistov Duda and Artemiev. Then uh, someone pointed out visa issues for a lot of Russian players. Nepo got replaced by Ali Riza. Then yeah, Artemiev Dubov. So most of the Russian players, we are not sure about their visa status for the GCL. We have 1 more or 2 more days to go, but You will probably the team list will be finalized only maybe by October 1 or something. So as far as the Russian players are concerned, have a um, have it on standby whether they're playing or not. Kapil is asking why are American Gambits called American when only American is Hikaru? So most of the American players are not playing due to the US Chess Championships clashing with GCL. Otherwise, I think they would have a lot more Americans in the team. Ratnesh is asking in case of Grishchuk not available, who will be on board too? We are still not sure about that yet. But yeah, moving on. Ganges Grandmasters has Vishy, Arjun, and Parham. A pretty fearsome top three lineup, followed by Vaishali, Nurgul Salimova, and Volodar Murjan. This is definitely a super strong team. Don't go by this rating average of 25-65 because Arjun and Parham are definitely underrated in Rapid, but a super strong team. Then SG Pipers Alpine retaining Magnus Carlsen. Last year, this was the team that had Gukesh, Prag, and Arjun in one team. This time, they let go of Arjun. Nice people. They let someone else have him. And they have Richie Rapport, who I presume will be helping Ding in the World Championship match. Then Pragyananda and Hoi Fan, Katrina Lagno, another Russian player, and Daniel Darda as the junior board. PBJ Alaskan Knights, Anish Giri on the icon board, and they have Nodubek Abdusatro, who's been on fire in recent times. I think in Shamkir also he finished second in the Gashimo Memorial. Shakriya Mamadero. Then they have Tan Jongi, Alina Kashlinskaya, very strong women players, and of course Nihal Sarin, who's maybe the strongest junior on paper in GCL. And then finally, the defending champions, Triveni Continental Kings, with Jan Nepomniachtchi, who will be replaced by, who actually has already been replaced by Alireza Firouzja. And then they have Vegi, who might be actually the second highest rapid rated player in this whole tournament after Magnus Carlsen. He did phenomenally well for Triveni last season, almost carrying them. Triveni won the last 5 matches to make it to the final and defeated us in the final. So Vegi is there. Taimur Rajabo. Then in the women's, they have Alexandra Kustiniak, who has who plays for the Switzerland team, and I'm not sure if she has a Russian passport. But Valentina Gunina, a Russian player, and then Javakir Sindoro completes their lineup in the juniors. So these are the GCL teams. Now, where to watch the GCL matches? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. Tanmay is asking, is Master Swidler returning back? Also, I'm not sure yet. There are a lot of uncertainties about GCL. I don't know if that increases the mystery or it just points out the. Um, I'm just looking for a soft word, or if it just points out the unpreparedness of the league. But yeah, these are the lineups. Thoughts on Ashwin being a part of GCL? Have you spoken to Ashwin yet? No, Ashwin has been a bit busy playing test matches for India right now. So generally, I don't disturb people when they're playing matches, whether it's chess or cricket. Why was Sindaro released? Because we're not allowed to retain the juniors. And apart from that, like I just mentioned a few minutes ago, I have a fantastic relationship with Raunak, and I'm pretty happy to have him in the team. Acha, Samay is going to London, yeah? I have no idea. Cool. Yeah, Russian players are facing issues with the UK visa. Master Ubi is asking if the board order was a bluff. Yes, it is. It is a. It was a. It was not a bluff. I would say it was. It was a decoy. And yeah, decoy is the word I would be use. I would use. Will be interesting how VD adapts with no increment. Yeah, I'm also interested in that. I'm not sure. Saurabh says the tournament will be broadcast on Geo Cinema, but is that the only platform where you can watch? Surely there will be other broadcast partners, right? So yeah, that's basically all the GCL lineups. Now let's have a poll. How many of you are rooting for Zumba Masters in GCL? Count me in. Sorry, my loyalties are divided. Okay, I'm Anshika. My favorite team is AG. My favorites are in other. Okay, so there's no option to. I think this should be enough. Yeah, I think that's the poll. Let me know if you want to add another option, but I think for now the uh, for now I think this should be enough for the poll. Now I can see who's voting for which one. So Anshika, you can't really cheat on this one. But wow, there are so many Anshikas in the chat. Are they all your alt accounts, Anshika? Manish is asking if I was India coach only for the Olympiad or I'll be the coach going forward for all events. Only for the Olympiad and other team events. Otherwise, they all have their respective personal coaches. Himak is asking, what was your favorite food at the Olympiad? I actually love the Hungarian soups. I think they make like really good soups. So, yeah, where is unwavering loyalty to you, Mumbai? Will root for other teams when not playing against you, Mumbai. Thank you so much, Pratichi. I knew that I can always count on you, which is not the same thing I can say for everyone. What is this managing moderator and standard moderator? I've completely forgotten how to use YouTube. But managing moderators, it is. Well, 63%. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to get in so many votes. So let's see. Let's see how London will be a lot more challenging, I think, because for the Olympiad, I had time to work on it from the Asian Games onwards. Right after the Asian Games ended, I had individual conversations with each of the team members on what are the things that we want to improve on as a team. And I think it had an effect for the Olympiad. I felt that although it was not a major difference, because I felt that what stood out for India in the Olympiad was the immense individual strength of the players and also the immense motivation for them to win a gold for India. But nevertheless, I felt this preparation time really helped. Whereas for the GCL, there's not going to be a lot of preparation time. It's going to be a set of players. And although we have retained a whole bunch of players from last year, four of them are retained, assuming that Sasha Grishchuk doesn't get his visa. But yeah, um, it's still a challenging environment, a totally different challenge between captaining India, and also the strength of the players is it's also not the level difference is pretty much equal between all the teams. I think all teams start as equal. We might have a few favorites here and there, but it's all the difference of between the teams is very close to each other. So it's going to be a whole different challenge. I'm not going with a lot of high expectations due to various factors, but let's see. Ripunj is asking, do you feel Hari will soon retire? No way. He's going to come back strong next year, Ripunj. He had a few things this year to take care of, but he's going to come super strong next year. Akshay Kumar is asking, in terms of percentage, how much will you say Gukesh is favorite in the World Chess Championship? I think 60%, 60% and 40%. 60% in favor of Gukesh. Okay, so getting back here, so GCL just carry some board games and you will be fine. Take it as a fun assignment and players will do well. Yeah, I'm carrying a chessboard. Devil, many congratulations, Srinath. Great job. I was wondering if with it rested in last match, you would have won individual silver, right? Yeah, that was a call we had to take. Either, go for the gold or settle for silver. Now, we couldn't be sure if we couldn't have anticipated that Korobo would lose the last match because he was literally winning every game. And uh, with it, if he won, and his opponent was also, I think, someone who was considerably weaker than with it, he would have gone for the gold. He would have had a pretty good chances for the gold. So that was a kind of personal call of with it, I would say, although we didn't explicitly talk about it. Um, but yeah, in hindsight, if he had rested, he would have won a better medal. But also, then you would always be wondering if you had played, if you would have got the gold. Among is asking which assignment pays you more, GCL or Olympiad. I think almost everyone is better paid in GCL in general, but Olympiad after the gold medal and all the awards, it's clearly Olympiad. But in general, we don't really do Olympiad for the money, either the players or the coaches. It's usually purely for national service. It just so happens that we got quite well rewarded this year, but that's never the motivation, nor was it something we expected in the first place. It just happened this year. But but after years of trying and putting in effort and failing and trying and failing, um, only after that. Tanmay is asking, can you give some tea on the players for this year's Chennai Grandmasters? Well, stay tuned, stay tuned. We might have news on that pretty soon. But do stay tuned on that. The Chennai Grandmasters, the second edition. Himak is asking if I'm involved with the European Club Cup also in any way this year. No. ECC, I'm not involved in any way. Nitesh is asking if I have received all the rewards announced. No, not yet. And not yet, not yet. Some, yes, and some under process. Hey, Sanat. Hi, Devjit. Thank you so much. Why is Tamarin asking, what do you think of the FIDE circuit in general? Mixed thoughts, mixed thoughts. Uh, it has certainly helped, I think, some of the non-elite players get an opportunity to play in the candidates, but on the other hand, it has also disturbed the economics of the top level chess a little bit. So it's a bit of mixed thoughts. I think there's a lot to fine tune and improve in the FIDE circuit, but having it by itself is not a bad thing, I think. But yeah, Firearm is asking, please tell us what was the reason behind Arjun's last game opening in Olympiad. Just something he had prepared and wanted to play. He knew what he was doing. Amog is asking, you didn't get anything from Sai? No, coaches generally, I haven't seen coaches receive awards from Sai in my experience. Sadashivani Satish is asking, do you think Arjun needs some rest as he's playing back-to-back matches? Certainly, certainly so. But he did not have a replacement player for the Bundesliga. Nor is Arjun someone easy to replace in general. So um, he had to. He had to. These were special circumstances for all of us. All right, chat. I think that was a nice, short and sweet stream today. I'll be here for 5 more minutes. Any final questions before I go and start packing for my GCL trip tomorrow? Himant is asking now that 0.8 rule is back for some time. Do you think it's good or bad? I think it's certainly a good rule to have back. GCL stream will happen on which channel? It's there on Geo Cinema from October 3 onwards. 1 p.m. Indian time, we start the first match, Mumbai Masters against American Gambles. Barry says, hello Srinath, just came by to say you did an amazing job and I couldn't be prouder. Thank you so much. All the best for your exam, Barry. And Shika's asking, scribble when maybe after GCL, depending on the results of the match between our teams. Rohit Kumar Jha is asking your reaction when Vlad was checking phones. Upset? Not really. My reaction was like impassive. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see that our players were not getting disturbed. Our players were not getting disturbed, so I just minded my own business. And basically, this was actually a conversation we had during the team meeting. Not actually not during the team meeting, but before the game that day, that there might be an attempt to have some kind of distraction. So if that happens, just don't bother. And that kind of happened. That kind of took place. So in that sense, we kind of saw it coming. We thought that something like that might happen. Medansh is asking, why can I get to know the teams of GCL? Medansh, I'm just going to finish my stream in about 5 minutes. You can probably scroll back and have a look. Oh wow, we have lunches with Dimple in the chat. Many congratulations for Olympiad. Thank you so much, Dimple. How was your time with Anshika's favorite streamer in Budapest? Asks Fireham. We had a fun time. And what can I say? We didn't get a lot of time actually because I had to go back and I've been stay up for too long. Although we still stayed up pretty late that night till about 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Prachi is asking, wow, you saw it coming. That's great premonition. Surely it's sarcasm, right? Because it's not exactly a pattern of behavior which is happening for the first time. Honeybee says, congratulations, Shri. Thank you so much. All right, chat. Thank you so much for all the love and affection. Thank you so much. This was a stream which happened after a really long time. Let's see if we have time to stream from GCL, especially with with there in London. Thank you so much, and do root for Mumbai Masters in the GCL. Starts from October 3, ends at October 13. And before I sign off, thank you so much for all the love and affection. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like I wrote in the tweet, if you all saw that, this achievement, our goal for the first ever time in Olympiads, in both men and women, although it happened now with this existing team, it certainly couldn't have happened without the efforts of so many players, so many support staff, coaches, parents of the players of the teams in the past. There were so many people. It took the effort of a few generations for us to reach to this point. So the Olympiad gold, although we won the gold medal, it's a medal not just for us, but it's for us. It's our gold medal. It's a gold medal for all of us, for India, for everyone who belongs to India. It's a gold medal for all of us. So thank you so much, everyone, and bye bye.